We are now live on ERi-TV with English news broadcast. A warm welcome and a thank you from the broadcasting crew and myself for joining us on our July 24th English news broadcast. I, Heaven Johans, will be your news anchor for this session, and I begin with the first top stories. Funeral service of veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere held today. Eritrean delegation participates at African Union Extraordinary Summit on Health. US says it will use frozen Iranian assets to fund damage to ships. And the EU agrees on 21st sanctions package against Russia. Welcome again. In today's domestic news, the funeral service of veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere was held today at 10 a.m. at the Asmara Martyrs Cemetery, accompanied by a guard of honor. The funeral service was attended by President Isaias Afwerki, ministers, senior government and PFDJ officials, religious leaders, family members, and a number of nationals, and was broadcast live by Eritrean television. Minister Semere, who joined the EPLF in 1976, served his country and people in various capacities with exemplary dedication and distinction for almost half a century. During the armed struggle for independence, veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere served as a representative of the EPLF Foreign Relations Department and later as head of intelligence services at the EPLF office in Khartoum. After independence, Minister Semere was appointed first Secretary of the Provisional Government of Eritrea in Sudan from 1991 to 1992, Director General of the American Desk at the Foreign Office from 1993 to 1996, Eritrea's Ambassador to the United States from 1997 to 2003, Governor of the Central Region from 2003 to 2006, Minister of Education from 2006 to 2018, and simultaneously Minister of Education and Eritrea's Ambassador to Ethiopia from 2018 to 2025. President Isaias Afwerki laid a wreath on the tomb of veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere. Minister Abdullah Musa led a wreath on behalf of the Ministry of Local Government, Minister Osman Saleh on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Minister Dr. Halima Mohammed on behalf of the Ministry of Education, and his son Ramil Semere on behalf of the family. Veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere is survived by his wife and 5 children. Veteran freedom fighter and seasoned diplomat Minister Semere passed away on 21st July at the age of 83 following an illness. In another news, an Eritrean delegation led by Mr. Binyam Berhe charged the affair at the Eritrean Embassy in Ethiopia and Eritrea's permanent representative to the African Union and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa participated in the 20th Extraordinary Summit of the African Union Assembly on Health, convened in Accra, Ghana on 22 July. The Extraordinary Summit was conducted under the theme Advancing Justice, Equity and Universal Health Coverage, Ending AIDS and TB, Improving Maternal Health and Addressing Endemic, Non-Communicable and Neglected Tropical Diseases and Conditions in Africa. At the session, the Eritrean delegation shared Eritrea's experience in ensuring equitable healthcare services, as well as the progress registered in maternal and child health. The delegation noted that Eritrea regards healthcare as a basic human right and provides health services free of charge or at a minimal cost. The delegation also explained that 80% of the Eritrean population currently has access to healthcare services within 10 kilometers of their residence, and that community health representatives play a significant role in this regard. Noting that childhood vaccination coverage in Eritrea has reached 98%, the delegation said that maternal and child mortality rates have significantly declined as a result. Moving on, the 28th Annual Festival of Eritrean Nationals in the Scandinavian countries was officially opened yesterday, 23 July, by Mr. Fishatien Petros, Eritrea's ambassador to Italy, under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee. The festival is being attended by members of all Eritrean communities and national organizations in the Scandinavian countries, reflecting the unity and diversity of the Eritrean people and national culture and values. Reflecting on the journey of the Eritrean festival over the past 28 years, its development and the challenge encountered, Mr. Alem Taglagiorgis, chairman of the Holidays Coordinating Committee, said that festivals have served as a forum for transferring the history and culture of the Eritrean people and as a source of national pride. The festival will feature a seminar by a senior Eritrean government representative, professional briefings, a photo exhibition, a bazaar, a book fair, children's programs, as well as cultural and artistic performances by a cultural troupe from Eritrea. The festival will continue until Sunday, July 26th. Do stay tuned, dear viewers, for we shall be back with the international news after the short break. Welcome back. Now, the global arena, the U.S. military says it has launched strikes on Iran for the 30th consecutive night, with Iranian state media saying 4 people have been killed and 5 injured. This comes as U.S. President Donald Trump said he would use Iranian assets held by the U.S. to pay for any damage to ships, cargo, or anything related thereto. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi hit back at the threat that Trump called fair and equitable, calling it an incendiary precedent. Iranian state media have reported explosions in key military and commercial sites in the south of the country, while the U.S. Central Command said it carried out strikes to degrade Iran's ability to threaten civilian shipping in regional waters. That has helped push the price of crude oil back over to $100 a barrel, the highest level since May. In June, the U.S. and Iran agreed on a 14-point memorandum of understanding to halt military operations and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, as well as to reach an agreement to end the war over the following 60 days. In today's final report, European Union ambassadors reached a political agreement on the bloc's 21st package of sanctions against Russia on Thursday, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen reported. The president said that the new package would add another 32 Russian banks to EU's transaction ban list and target crypto firms and oil trading platforms. The EU will also freeze the mechanism for adjusting the price cap on Russian oil for 1 year. The agreement still requires technical work and formal approval of all 27 member states through a written procedure. The European Commission proposed the 21st sanctions package against Russia in June, focusing on the energy and financial sectors, crypto assets and trade. Russia has previously stated that EU sanctions against it will cause damage to the EU itself and that Russia reserves the right to respond in accordance with its own interests. It's been reported that the Union has not been taking notable measures to contain the war in Ukraine, which has been going on since 2022 in peace. With this, we conclude our domestic and international report for this session, dear viewers. Now the top stories once more. Funeral service of veteran freedom fighter Minister Semere held today. Eritrean delegation participates at African Union Extraordinary Summit on Health. In our international, US says it will use frozen Iranian assets to fund damage to ships. And EU agrees on 21st sanctions package against Russia. This was The World on Friday with ERi-TV English news broadcast, dear viewers. From all of us here, thank you for watching. Join us again on our tomorrow's broadcast. Until then, a good night from Asmara.